Hi, I'm Christina and welcome to my channel, ChriskaYoga. Today is day 12 of the 30-day Yoga Reset Challenge. Today we'll be focusing on joint mobility. So we'll be working a lot on different areas of the body, different joints in your body, and we'll be doing some exercises to help with mobility in those joints. So I really hope you enjoy it. Before we get started, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button down below the video. It is free to subscribe. I would love to have you join us here as a part of this community. If you would like access to all 30 days, all 30 classes for this 30-day yoga reset challenge, without intros and outros, without YouTube ads, and with the ability to practice without needing an internet connection by watching on your phone, your tablet, or your TV, then definitely check out my membership site called My Yoga Habit. It's a great way to build a yoga habit in your life, and you can practice the entire 30-day challenge for free because I'm offering throughout the month of September a 30-day free trial. So anytime you join throughout the month, you can get 30 days from that date completely free to try out any of the content that's available on that site. So if you would like to try it out, join My Yoga Habit. You can click the link provided in the description box below and on the screen in the cards section of this video. So if you're ready, grab your yoga mat and let's get started. So we're going to begin on the ground in easy pose. Cross your shins, flex your feet under your knees, bring your hands to your legs. Close your eyes for a moment. Sitting up tall, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. From here, we're going to rotate our head and neck around to the right. So you can open your eyes if you'd like to watch, or just follow my instructions. Drop your chin to your chest and begin to circle your head around to the right. Bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. Continue the circle by looking up. Continue by bringing the left ear towards the left shoulder, and complete the circle by dropping the chin to the chest. And continue rotating your head around slowly and gently to the right, stretching all the muscles in the sides of your neck, the front and the back, keeping the rest of your body nice and stable as you rotate your head around and continue to breathe. Complete this circle, drop your chin to your chest, and get ready to rotate your head in the opposite direction. Starting with the left ear towards the left shoulder, looking up, right ear to right shoulder, and completing the circle by dropping the chin to the chest. Once again, as we did in the other direction, rotate your head around to the left, keeping the rest of your body even and stable. Slow and gentle movements. Come to your final rotation, drop the chin to the chest, and slowly lift your head up and come to open your eyes. From here, we're going to rotate the shoulders back. But first, we're going to switch the crossing of the legs. So cross the opposite leg in front just for some symmetry in your body. Once again, flex the feet under the knees and sit up tall. So we're going to lift the shoulders up towards the ears and then bring them back, down and around. So we're rolling the shoulders back, just as we did with the head and the neck. Slow and smooth movements, rotating the shoulders around, keeping the rest of the body stable. We're just isolating movement in the shoulders, feeling a stretch in the muscles all around the shoulders, in the front, in the back, near the shoulder blades. And just continue to rotate your shoulders here. And slowly come to stillness before we rotate the shoulders in the opposite direction. So bring them back, up, and forward. Back, up, and forward. Slow, gentle, smooth movements. Feeling a stretch, feeling the tension releasing from the muscles around the shoulders. And continue here. Slowly come to stillness. We're going to come to stretch our arms and shoulders. So stretch your right arm out to the side, cross it in front of your body, hook it in with the left arm, hugging it in towards the chest. Keep the arms strong and energized, feeling a stretch in the outer shoulder here, and perhaps also around the shoulder blade. Sitting up tall, keep your shoulders even with each other as much as you can, and hold here. Release your arms. Raise your right arm up and bend it behind your head. Take hold of the elbow in your left hand and gently tug it over towards the center line of your body, sitting up tall as you stretch, feeling a stretch in the back of the right upper arm or the tricep muscle. And just hold. Release your elbow. Place your hands down, and we'll do that sequence on the other arm. So take your left arm out, cross it in front of the body, and hug it in with the right arm, keeping your arms energized, feeling a stretch in the outer shoulder on the left side, and hold here. Release your arms. Raise your left arm up and bend the elbow. Taking hold of the left elbow in the right hand, gently tugging the elbow in towards the center line of your body, feeling a stretch in the tricep muscle on the left, sitting up tall, and hold here. Release your hand from your elbow and bring your arms down. From here, we're going to stretch our legs out in front, and we're going to rotate the wrists and the ankles. Stretch your legs out in front of you and place your hands just up, and they don't have to be, your arms don't have to be straight. You can just have them comfortably here in front of you. And we're going to rotate our ankles around and our hands around, just focusing on the wrists and the ankle joints. So rotating them around in one direction, and then we'll repeat in the opposite direction, of course. Just focusing on adding some of that synovial fluid into your joints. This is how we lubricate the joints to increase mobility, which is why it's so important to move and not sit still all day long. And just continue to slowly and gently rotate the wrists and the ankles. Okay, and slowly come to stillness. And now we're going to do those circles in the opposite direction. So if we were going out, now we're going in, or vice versa. So rotating the ankles, the feet, the hands, the wrists. Sitting up tall as you do so. You can close your eyes if you'd like, if you'd want to relax a little bit. And just adding some gentle and slow movements here. Slowly come to stillness, and just to focus on the wrists for now, we're going to take the right thumb and with the left hand touch the right thumb towards this arm. Now we might not be able to, I'm fairly flexible in my wrists and my hands, but we're just going to, the aim is to bring the thumb as close to the inner forearm as much as possible. So just hold it here for a few breaths. Slowly release, and we'll bend our wrist in the opposite direction. So just taking the palms to meet each other, or the fingertips to meet each other, and then pressing the hand back in the opposite direction, flexing the wrist here, or I guess extending it, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you know, in the comments. And just hold. Okay, slowly release, and we'll switch sides. So taking the left thumb and bringing it towards the forearm here, stretching the wrist as far as you can. It doesn't have to touch, it just depends on your flexibility. And release, and we'll do the opposite way. So fingertips to touch and bending the wrist backwards a bit. Try not to be too forceful or too hard on yourself here. Slowly release your hands. You can shake your wrists out if you would like. And then we're going to focus on the ankles once again. So bring your legs around, come to hands and knees just briefly, and tuck the toes so your feet are flexed. From here, our legs are hips distance apart, toes are tucked underneath, we're going to come to sitting on the heels. So we're going to place our body weight now onto our feet, and we're stretching the bottoms of the feet and the ankles here. Place your hands on your legs. This is quite an intense stretch here. If it's uncomfortable, you can come out of it. If it's too painful, come out of it and skip to the next pose. But if you're okay here, bring your hands to your legs, sit up tall, close your eyes for a moment, and breathe into any discomfort you might be feeling. Slowly release yourself forward, untucking your toes. Bring the tops of the feet to the floor, sitting on the heels for a moment just to counter the stretch that we just did. And you can close your eyes for a moment and breathe. And slowly come to open your eyes, and we'll come to lying on the ground. Also, before we lie down, you might want to grab your yoga blanket, as we'll be using it for the final pose of this class. Just set it to the side for now. Come to lying on the back. Stretch the left leg out and bend the right leg in. Hold on to the leg in your hands. I'm going to hold on to my knee with my right hand, my shin with my left, and I'm just going to manipulate the hip with my hands. So release control from your leg, and you're just going to control the leg using your arms. So move the leg forward in this position, and then bring it back in towards the chest, towards the armpit. Forward and back. Breathing deeply as you move. Be very gentle with your body and try not to be too forceful. We're just going to, as we did with our rotations of the ankles and wrists and head and shoulders, just adding some synovial fluid, so a bit of lubrication into the joints, specifically the hip joint and the knee joint as well, a little bit, as it's in deep flexion right now. And just breathe and relax as you move your leg forward and backwards. And slowly come to stillness here. I'm going to take the right leg and cross it over to the left side of the body, placing the left hand on top of the right leg to help keep it over to the side. Once your legs are settled, turn your head to the right, reach your right arm out to the side. Look over, relax here in your twist. Slowly bring your leg back to the center. And release your leg onto the ground, switching sides, taking hold of the left leg in your hands, holding on to the knee with your left hand, the shin with your right hand, and same thing as we did on the other side, moving the leg with your hands, so release control from the leg completely. And just shift the leg forward, away from the body, and then in towards the chest, towards the armpit, forward and backwards. Breathing here, helping your hip mobility in the left hip. And just breathe as you move here. Slowly come to stillness. Take the left leg and cross it over to the right side of your body. Holding on to the leg with your right hand to help keep it over, reach your left arm out to the side and look over to the left. Once you're settled here, relax in your twist and breathe. And slowly bring everything back to the center. Gently make your way up so you can fix your prop for the final pose. I'm going to take my yoga blanket in a square and then roll it into a log. Place that log, placing the knees right on top of it, and gently make your way back to lying down. So separate your legs apart and relax them completely, having them drape over the blanket. Having the blanket underneath your knees helps to alleviate some pressure in the low back. And yes, the low back, there are joints there. That's where your sacroiliac joint is located, and this just helps to alleviate some pressure that people often feel in this position when they're just lying flat. So if you're ever lying flat and you feel pressure in your low back, try adding some height to your knees. Once you're settled here, have your hands down by your sides and turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes and begin to deepen your breathing. Breathing in and out through the nose. Draw the attention inward. Remain here. Bring some slight motion back into the body, gently moving the hands, the feet, the arms, and the legs. When you're ready, bend your legs and roll onto the right side, resting with your arm under your head and your knees bent. Press yourself up to a seated position, crossing your shins, flexing your feet under your knees, Bring your hands to your legs, sit up tall. Come back to the breath for a moment, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And bring your hands to meet at the center of your chest. Bow your head to your fingertips. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this class. If you liked it, please take 2 seconds and hit that like button down below the video, giving it a thumbs up. It really would help to support the channel by telling YouTube to share it with more people. So it would mean a lot to me if you gave it a thumbs up, shared it with your friends, commented below the video letting me know how you're doing, how you're liking everything so far, how you're liking this challenge. I always love to hear from you. I always reply to your comments, so leave me a comment below as well. If you're not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell down below the video. It is free to subscribe here on YouTube, and I would love to have you as a part of this growing community, so please join us. For even more yoga resources from me, check out my website, ChriskaYoga.com, and don't forget to also follow me over on Instagram at ChriskaYoga for yoga motivation and inspiration, behind the scenes of this channel, so much more. All of the links to everything that I mentioned and more are listed in the description box below. Thank you so much. See you next time.